Ladies and gentlemen, we do welcome you to the Core State Spectrum here in Philadelphia for Presumption of Innocence and our featured heavyweight attractions. One of our big ones here tonight, heavyweights in the ring, and it's all brought to you by Dawn King Productions and Miller Lite. Introducing the judges scoring this bout from ringside, we have Jackie Castellani, Al Dorsey, and Robert Grosso. And our referee in charge, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, John Carroll. All right, fans, here we go. Heavyweights in action. Once again, scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. I introduce to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing black trunks with silver trim and joining us all the way from Dulwich, England. He weighed in at 230.5 pounds, and he is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with 26 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 16 wins. Coming by way of knockout, he is ranked the number 5 heavyweight in the world by the WBC, introducing the undefeated Henry Akinwande. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner, this 10-round attraction, entering the ring wearing white trunks with gold trim. Originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. His weight 237.75 pounds, with a fine record of 52 wins and 3 losses and 43 big wins coming by way of knockout. He's ranked the number 3 heavyweight in the world by the WBA and the WBC. Introducing the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Tony TNT Tucker. And once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions for this bout, John Carroll. Come on, this.
Come on, fighters. Come on, fighters. All right, gentlemen, folks, your instructions out back. Does have any questions? Touch gloves. Touch gloves. Come here. The fight ain't starting until you touch gloves. Good luck. Hold your corner. Back in your corner.
This is round 1 of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight battle featuring the former IBF heavyweight champion of the world in white trunks, Tony Tucker, against Henry Akinwande in the black trunks. Akinwande is about the best Europe has to offer right now. He was the reigning European Boxing Union heavyweight champion and relinquished that to move up in the world rankings. Tony Tucker knows that if he can be successful tonight, he may have an opportunity to fight Bruce Seldon again for the WBA heavyweight championship of the world. He lost his title bid in his recent title bid against Bruce Seldon, and he wants it ever so much more now at age 36 than at any other time in his career. This fight is sanctioned by the State Athletic Commission of Pennsylvania, and the scoring is done on the 10-point must system. 3 judges score the fight. The standing 8 count is in effect. Only 1 standing 8 count can be given in each round, however, and that's at the referee's discretion. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and you can be saved by the bell only in the last round. The ringside doctor in the state can stop the bout at any time, and the mouthpiece rule is in effect. In terms of the tail of the tape, you see they're both big fighters. Akinwande is a couple of inches taller. Tony Tucker is 7¼ pounds heavier. He's 7 years older and has an inch advantage in reach. Last time out was July for Akinwande, and a fight you saw right here in King Vision. That fight was a second-round knockout over Calvin Jones. Real good job against Stanley Wright there in the fight that you saw in King Vision when he stopped the big fella. Akinwande is just a pretty good puncher, and I think probably the best fighter in Europe today. And that includes Frank Bruno, who's the reigning WBC heavyweight champion. Tony usually starts fast. He gets sluggish in later rounds. He's a good boxer. His legs are questionable at age 36, although the people that handle him, Jimmy Adams and Greg Page and Malcolm Garrett, tell me that he's really a strong fighter right now because he's trained so hard. He won the IBF title, as you may remember, from Buster Douglas. That's the guy that beat Mike Tyson. And the only losses on his record are the champions Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, and Bruce Seldon. So he's a pretty successful fighter with a record of 52-3, 43 knockouts. Akinwande's undefeated, 26-0, one draw in his record, and that's against the guy you saw in King Vision just a week ago, Axel Schultz. And most people that saw that fight said it wasn't a draw, and Akinwande won that fight. And when you see the way decisions are in Europe, the way the referees referee and the way the judges judge, nothing surprises me. Here is a different story. We're at the Philadelphia Spectrum. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching King Vision. Two big heavyweights that know that tonight's fight's very important. A win here for either one of them will vault them into a title shot. Both guys did different things during the course of the first round. Both fellas were able to land punches. Nothing really significant. Neither fighter damaged, neither fighter hurt. No real significant blow landed at any time during the course of that first round. But nonetheless, an interesting first round of feeling each other out. Now the question is, can Tony Tucker pick up the pace a little bit more as we head through? Let's listen into the corner.
Right hand over top that
Akinwande.
jab, right left hand. On top of that jab. Double that right hand, slam that left foot. All right? Because what you're doing, you got him puzzled now. You got to continue to make him move back. Don't let him get courageous and try to move forward. Don't give him that. All right? Think about pace.
That's some deep breaths.
Across the way now to Tony Tucker's corner. Greg Page, Malcolm Garrett,
All right,
Jimmy
man,
Adams.
let's go. That's our signal, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Remember, it was that left eye that caused Tony Tucker trouble against Bruce Seldon, but in no way would I say that Akinwande has the kind of jab that Seldon has to offer. Seldon, the reigning WBA heavyweight champion of the world. Here we go. This is round number 2. Again, it's scheduled for 10. This is a heavyweight, what I would call kind of, besides a special attraction, is a sort of an elimination bout because the winner of this most certainly will get some sort of title shot against one of the 3 reigning heavyweight champions. Long looping right hand misses by Tony. Tony usually tries to pump that left hand in the face, but the way his shoulders are squared away, he's leading with right hands every once in a while. And so, trying to do something to throw Akinwande off. Make no mistake about it, Tucker's the finest fighter that Akinwande's ever faced, and he's had things pretty much his way throughout his career in Europe. When you take a look at the different fighters that Tony's fought and beaten, and the only ones that he's lost to were former reigning world champions and one reigning champion, Bruce Seldon. You say that the competition is extraordinary, but he's at that stage in his career where you just don't know how he's going to perform from fight to fight. It's very difficult for a 36-year-old man to get his body in the kind of condition it takes to beat a fellow that's just 29 and really in the peak of his career. You see that chiseled body of Akinwande in spite of the fact he's 6'7". When you see guys that are that tall, they're oftentimes awkward, but not here. Akinwande's not very busy here in the second round, and Tony's forcing the fight more or less, but every once in a while Akinwande will do something to force the fight. They'll back off, and you see Akinwande trying to jab with the left hand. He throws the right hand, and Tony picks it off with the gloves. Right hand gets through, grazes the right side of the jaw of Tony Tucker. Tony digs to the body, no damage done at all here. And again, neither fighter has been hurt to this point. Neither fighter visibly shaken. Akinwande backs up and plants a foot, goes head hunting with the left jab, misses short with the left jab as Tony comes in. Tony continually trying to back him off, and you see Akinwande a lot busier in the second round than he was in the first. See that jab a little bit more effective here, although those two are short. That one missing, but it's keeping Tony Tucker off. What Akinwande has to do is just exactly what he did there. Let's go leading with that right hand, trying to do something to get Tony off balance and off guard. Bounces the left up the high forehead of Tony Tucker. Tony stands flat-footed, gets clipped with the right hand across the jaw, blinks the eyes. He tries to cover the uppercut, but he's in too tight and it's awkward. Akinwande's not awkward with this and catches Tony on the chin. Tony's eyes are clear as he plods forward. Nothing fancy about this one. Tony comes to the right hand, leaves us a little bit short. And a pretty good second round at this point for Akinwande. Nice counter-punching by Akinwande. Long looping right hand by Akinwande, a little bit short that time. And the bell ends round number 2. And a better round at number 2 for Akinwande.
Give me some water. Take some deep breaths, son. Back with the jab.
Hey, Mo.
This is Tony Tucker's corner. Let's listen.
Don't panic, please. Don't panic. Calm yourself down. You gotta do, Tony. You gotta go on there. You gotta exert yourself. You listen to me? You got to exert yourself. You got to go out here. You got to fight this guy. You can't take no chance on trying to let him, give him room to throw. You got to keep him and keep him smothered. You got to machine the throw. All right? Don't drop your hands. Don't pull back. Every time you throw one right hand, come back with another.
All right? Work the jab. Movement. Keep it moving.
All right, man, let's go. That's
Across the way now to Akinwande.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Coming up to round number 3, Bob Sheridan here at the Philadelphia Spectrum. This is a scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight featuring former champion Tony Tucker, former European champion Henry Akinwande. Akinwande is undefeated at 26-0. And Greg Page gave some excellent commentary, you might say, to Tony Tucker in between rounds. Smother those punches inside. Don't give this guy the teeing off room. Don't let him stand outside. And Tony trying to execute that, but he hasn't been able to do it. And then he goes in here in round number 3. If Akinwande fights at this stage out here, and it's Akinwande with his back to you now in the black trunks, Tony in the white trunks with the gold trim to the right of the screen. Tony trying to force the fight to get inside, and Akinwande doing a pretty good job backing off. He's got some pretty good foot movement, where Tony at age 36, his legs are a little bit what you'd call on the heavy side. And that happens to 36-year-old men, no matter how strong and how well conditioned they are when they get into boxing. And Tony's been in some wars in his career. He lost the IBF title to Mike Tyson in August of '87 on a decision at that stage, going the distance with Mike Tyson, and that was the unification of the 3 titles with Tony Tucker. And for Mike Tyson, it was the undisputed heavyweight champion as a result of defeating Tony. An interesting note of Tony Tucker, he's actually in the Guinness Book of Records as being the champion who held the title the shortest amount of time. He held the title approximately 6 weeks, says the right-handed stop the boy-headed Tucker by Akinwande. Yet neither fighter has been shaken by anything yet. Headhunting goes Tony Tucker. Tucker to the left of your screen. Akinwande walks into the right hand. And Akinwande, I think, is asking himself the question, boy, I have stepped up in class here tonight. A lot of early round knockouts in Europe for Akinwande because he's head and shoulders above most of the fighters over there. Holding his own here, right hand just misses, catching him on the button. He almost walks into another right hand by Tony. Tony has that look of frustration in his eyes. Man, I hit this guy right in the jaw. He didn't seem to flinch at all. Hangs into the body and the chiseled body. He's of Nigerian parents but lived his whole life in England. Woolwich, England. Suburban London. Tony trying to do something to Akinwande here, and Akinwande just hanging right in there. What he's going to do when Tony comes in like that is to try and tie him up with those big long arms. Larry Holmes is probably the best defensive fighter using his arms and defense of anybody that I can think of. What George Foreman does, but George just crosses the arm in front of his face and lets a guy pound at him. There he goes. That's exactly what he has to do. Tie him up inside, push him off, and then get busy with the left jab. He's allowing Tony to come through the left jab. That's a mistake for Akinwande in the closing seconds of round 3. See him pouring with that jab. That's going to keep Tony off. Tony's going to load up the right hand, and he goes with the right hand lead. This is a better round for Tony Tucker. So Tony a little bit short with the right hand, and the bell ends round 3. A better round for Tony Tucker.
Let him get off first. What are you waiting for him
This
for?
is the view at the
Don't
Philadelphia
wait.
Spectrum.
You don't let it
In the
happen.
corner,
You
listen to
gotta
Rick
let the
Page
punches happen.
talking to
You gotta
Tony
let
Tucker.
them go. You can't continue to hold him. If you see when you throw, you hit him. Don't continue to hold your punches. Let your punches go. I'm telling you, this man is trying to take you and your family from you, man. Get this guy. Get his ass. Get his behind out of there. You gotta take his ass out of there. All this shit you be going through, Tony. You can do this. Just let yourself go. Don't sit there and lag behind and let him get out of range as far. Get close. Cut him off. Don't follow him.
What would David do, Tony? You know what David would do.
You did the
A
right
little
thing that
more
time.
fiery speech that time.
You know what I mean?
By
You
Greg
getting to it
Page,
now, baby.
trying to light a fire into Tony Tucker, and Carl King, one of the co-managers, in between rounds doing the same thing. Let's see if that fire has any work ethic for Tony Tucker here in round number 4. I'm Sheridan here at the Philadelphia Spectrum in a scheduled 10-round heavyweight battle featuring a couple of pretty good heavyweights meeting each other. Henry Akinwande of England in the black trunks, Tony Tucker, former IBF champion in the white trunks. That's Tucker to the left of your screen, Akinwande to the right. So far, a fairly even fight. I've got Tony Tucker unofficially slightly out in front of the scoring here in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission is done by 3 judges. Again, this is round number 4, and again it's scheduled for 12. Tucker continues to plod forward, looking to land a big shot. He hasn't been able to land it yet, although he's come closer than Akinwande has. And just as I say that, Akinwande bounces the right hand off the left side of the jaw of Tony Tucker. Tucker had problems in his last fight with Bruce Seldon with the left in his face all the time, and it closed that left eye. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds. And we remind you that because we've got a lot of championship fights on the card tonight. Akinwande a little bit short again. He catches up with Tony with the right hand. Tony had a pretty good 3rd round, and nobody's really taking command here in the 4th. Akinwande beginning to get that jab for a little bit more here in round number 4. Tony Tucker light with his left jab, looking to load up with the right hand. Tony trying to cut him off as he was told by Greg Page, and you can just tell him that he wants to land that right, and that was very ineffectual as he threw it and really didn't have the body behind it to really unload the right hand. That time he had a little bit more menacing fun behind that last one. Akinwande ties him up. 3rd man of the ring, referee John Carroll, doing a nice job of 2 king-size heavyweights. Tony backing him up, and Akinwande wants no part of allowing Tony to take the play away. And what's shaping up as a pretty good round number 4 for Akinwande. In sort of a seesaw battle with Tony winning the 1st, Akinwande the 2nd, Tony Tucker winning the 3rd, and this one leaning towards Akinwande at this stage. There's the left jab getting through again, and those long arms. It's amazing because of the way Akinwande is built, that his arms actually look longer than Tony Tucker's, but Tony has an 83-inch reach versus an 82-inch reach, and he's an inside right hand. Cracks the jaw of Akinwande inside. Tony goes downstairs, left hook upstairs, and Akinwande hangs on. Tony may have evened up this round with that shot to the body and back upstairs. Akinwande pounds him back to the left. Well, Tony probably had the most effective punch in the course of the round, but Akinwande certainly landed more, and will give that round number 4 to Akinwande, meaning I've got this thing dead even to this point.
Try the 1-2. Keep with the jab. Yeah?
Listen to the
That's
corner
a good round,
as
yeah?
Brian Lawrence
This
and
guy
John
ain't got much
Courage
left
talk
in
to
it.
Akinwande.
Yeah? He ain't got much left in it. Put your hand down inside. Put your hand down on the side. That's some deep breaths. Yeah? Keep with the jab. Keep it on the outside.
How's it?
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright.
And across the way now, Greg Page
Only thing you
talking
gotta
to
do
Tony
is
Tucker.
try it. Just try it. Don't abandon it, because you have worked on it, you have done it. Don't doubt yourself. You doubt yourself. You could, when you have faith, you okay then. You
Take
can
a
do
look
what you
here
can
and
do.
see what
Go
happens.
let
Tony
yourself
goes
go.
heading with the left
Clean usually
hook.
let
Long
yourself
looping
go.
right hand gets through. And that was about the most successful punch that Tony had during the course of the 4th round.
Come on, seconds.
And the referee, John Carroll, throws Malcolm Garrett out of the corner, and now he's forced to call time. And here we go, time is back in. This is round number 5. Again, it's scheduled for 10. 2 big heavyweights in there. Tony Tucker in the white trunks, former IBF champion. Henry Akinwande, former European champion. Both looking for world title shots. This is a very even fight to this stage. Tony tries to dig to the body with the left hand, come upstairs with the right. Henry Akinwande pounds that piston-like jab into the face of Tony Tucker, trying to accomplish what Bruce Seldon did in the championship fight for the WBA title. Tony's left eye, by the way, which was the problem eye in the fight against Seldon, beginning to get a little bit puffy below it and beginning to swell up a little bit. And his right eye is a little bit puffed up as well as a little knot starts coming up too. That's from that big jab that Akinwande continues to pound in the face of Tony Tucker. Long looping right hand, bangs him on the forehead. Tony isn't shaken by it at all as he comes forward. As that right hand gets through again, he gets caught in the eye again with it. That's bad news for Tony Tucker. We're in the 5th round, and the corner of Tony Tucker, which is just off of our side here, is really yelling, "Don't give this away," and that's exactly what Tony Tucker is doing in this round. He's not busy enough in this round to win it unless he gets real busy here. And as he comes in, that time he gets a couple of those sort of half right uppercut, or you would say a half cross as opposed to a right hand, two right-handed fighters. You see that jab is getting effective now by Akinwande. He catches him with the right hand right across the bridge of the nose, and referee John Carroll says, "Hey Tony, keep the hands up." See that left hand again in the face of Tony Tucker. And Akinwande trying to take advantage of what Bruce Seldon was able to do with the championship fight. Wow, with the left hand. This is a better round for Akinwande now. In the 5th round, Tony keeps plodding forward. He's just sitting right in front of Akinwande. He needs some side-to-side movement, but we're not going to get it because it's Akinwande who's busy on his feet, much busier on his feet than is Tony Tucker. Gets banged with the left hook that time and spun Tony around. This is not a good round at this point for Tony Tucker. And the big, strong European former champ, Akinwande. And by the way, when I say former champ, he didn't lose his title in the ring. He decided to move up and fight for world titles and said nobody in Europe wants to fight anyway. I mentioned he'll come to America and get busy. And that's exactly what he's done here at the Philadelphia Spectrum. Left hook gets through, short with the right hand. Akinwande pounds the left in the face of Tony Tucker. Tucker continues to plod forward, as you see. Long looping hand by Tony goes over the back of the head of Akinwande, and Akinwande ties him up, and referee John Carroll has to separate the two. That's Tucker to the left, Akinwande with his back to you, to the right of the screen. Short with the left hand is Tony Tucker. Nothing on it at all with that short jab that Tony has in there, and this has been a real good 5th round for Henry Akinwande. Closing seconds now of the 5th.
Come on, man, watch your head.
And the bell ends the 5th round at the Philadelphia Spectrum in the United States of America.
Brilliant round.
We're in the corner now with Tony Tucker.
Don't give it away to him. Don't give it away to him, man. You got to go out here and get it. You give it away to him, all right? Don't give it.
Show you a little action midway through the round here, and you see Tony trying to get aggressive, but instead he walks into the right, and Akinwande has the wherewithal and the sense to tie him right up. And we show you the same thing from over above. Tony misses with the right hand and walks into the right hand, and then immediately Akinwande ties him up. Good job by our camera crew catching that.
You gotta throw like that, Tony.
We're at the midway point of the fight, heading to the 6th round of a scheduled tenor.
You gotta go ahead and fight it.
And at stake here is a shot probably at a world title. Coming up to round 6, we're at the Philadelphia Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the United States of America. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching King Vision. We're glad that you can be with us on this night of great championship boxing. Former champs in there doing battle in the white trunks. Tony Tucker, former IBF world champion, lost his title to Mike Tyson. Tyson unified. Henry Akinwande, the former European Boxing Union heavyweight champ of all Europe, decided to vacate his title to fight for a world title. And Akinwande in black to the left of his screen goes piston-like with that left jab to the forehead of Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker continues what he's done throughout the fight, continues to plod forward. Akinwande, in my scorecard, has won the last couple of rounds. However, this fight will be scored by the 3 judges in attendance here. It's the 10-point plus scoring system, meaning the winner of the round gets 10 points, the loser 9 or less. These are all 10-9 rounds, depending on how the judges see it. The looping left gets through by Akinwande. and Tony continues to plod forward. He's beginning to show that he's been in a fight a little bit. Both eyes are puffy. He dips to the left and tries to come with a sneaky uppercut. Akinwande too quick on his feet. And that, to me, is so much the difference in this fight at this point. Tony just plodding along. Akinwande up on his toes, able to bounce around, show a little bit of lateral movement like he did there with his back up against the ropes. And then he picks his shots to fight. And he does a nice job with that left hand, and his left hand has really been very successful. He hasn't had to throw too many rights, but the lefters have been very, very effective. That time, real good jobbing. Super way to fight Tony Tucker. Let's bang him with the left hand and then tie him up. Mentioned a couple of times during the course of the fight, we have to keep an eye on the eyes of Tony Tucker because it was a bad left eye that caused the stoppage in the WBA championship fight with Bruce Seldon. And I'm absolutely positive that Henry Akinwande is fully aware of that. And the eyes are getting puffy, both the right and left eye of Tony Tucker. And we're in the 6th round, a long way to go. Nowhere near as bad as it was at this stage. But very few heavyweights have the kind of punishing left jab that Bruce Seldon has either. Seldon really leans into it. Right hand catches Tony high on the head. Short with the left hand is Akinwande. Tony short with his punches here now. Neither fighter has been down. Nobody visibly shaking. It's just a hard-fought battle with two big heavyweights. And to this point, I think Akinwande has a slight edge. Tony, his legs look heavy to me at this stage of the fight. Don't forget he's 36 years old, and Akinwande is at the peak of his career. And besides being 29 years old, he hasn't been in any real difficult fights. Tony Tucker's been in some serious wars. So the 36 could be a lot older than the chronological age of 36 for Tony Tucker. And remember, you measure the age of a fighter by difficult fights, not the chronological age like most other athletes. Tony's been in a few wars. Closing seconds of the 6th. It's all over. It's by the boards, and another pretty good Akinwande round as far as I'm concerned.
Tony, what are you doing, man? Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Wash. What is it? You pick it up. What are you doing? You can't let this guy go ahead.
Boss. Relax. Boss. Take a drink. This guy's finished, man. Got dick some of them left hand to the body now, yeah? Yeah? This guy's finished. Take a drink.
You hear what they say in the corner there, that this guy's finished. Good right hand get through. They want some more body shots by Akinwande. Across the way now, great page with Tony Tucker.
What you want me to do? You want me embarrassing in front on television? Come on, man, you gotta go out here and fight this fucker, man. This son of a bitch ain't doing nothing. You gotta go out here and fight this motherfucker, man. What you doing? You just ain't right here in the fucking, just laying back letting him throw. Okay. No, I'm not watching my leg. You gotta go ahead and fight this son of a bitch, man. Okay. He ain't doing nothing. Do you want to fight? Do you want to keep this fight? Yeah. You gotta go ahead and take it. Come on, seconds.
All right, once again, Greg Page trying to give him a little bit of a juicing up and get Tony pumped up a bit. And Greg's absolutely right that he really does need to get a fire under his butt to get it going here. This is round 7. We're at the Philadelphia Spectrum. I'm Sheridan here on King Vision. And what a night of boxing we've got going for you. Two big heavyweights. Former IBF champ Tony Tucker in white. Former European champ Henry Akinwande in the black trunks. Akinwande digs that hook to the body and seemed to hurt Tony. He's a little fleshy around the middle, but he's in good shape. Terrific shape for a man 36 years old that weighs 237 3/4 pounds. He's a big man. 6'5" is Tony Tucker. 6'7" Henry Akinwande. And Akinwande has fought this way throughout. He backpedals, plants his feet, throws his jab, works his right hand seldomly, but it's been effective when the few times he has thrown it. While with the left is Tony, as Akinwande shows the ability to elude some punches here. Big, tall guys like this oftentimes are awkward unless they're basketball players. Fighters that are very awkward when they're in there at 6'7", but this is not an awkward 6'7" man, believe me. Carrying that left a little bit low in his idea as he try and dig to the body. With the right hand that grazes past the nose of Tony Tucker. That time just catches a bit of him and he bangs him with that left hand. And fully aware that the Bruce Seldon fight was stopped because of puffy eyes. And Tony's eyes are getting puffy as Tony tries to dig to the body and then he's able to tie him up. Both of these men are a bit fatigued. They're pretty good pace for huge men like this. They haven't been lazy in the ring at all. They've been mixing it up every opportunity. And that's because they have contrasting styles. You've got the plotter in Tony Tucker. Tony continues to come forward. Akinwande backs off and uses his feet. Akinwande uses the jab. Tony will throw with both hands. You have contrasting styles of fighters. Makes for a pretty good fight as he digs to the body. Does Tony Tucker short with the left hand and he bangs him with the right hand just enough to keep him up. He goes to the right hand, he dips and hangs on, doing exactly what he has to do. Akinwande is fatigued, but he's not so fatigued that he's not fully aware of what he's trying to do in there. Tony digs to the body and scores to the body of Henry Akinwande. Tony is doing what Greg Page is trying to tell him to do and trying to pick up the pace more here. Akinwande maybe just cruising through the 7th round. Tony having a better 7th. Now referee John Carroll says, hey, watch it, guys. Watch your heads. Don't let them come together. It's been clean all the way through. The crowd beginning to get into it a bit here at the Philadelphia Spectrum as Tony almost gets nailed by a real crisp right hand by Henry Akinwande. Akinwande now eyes very clear. Looks like he may have a second wind in there right now. He dips just a little bit, looking at the uppercut. He scores with an uppercut to the head of Tony Tucker. 7th round, the best punch of the fight landed, best punch of the round anyway by Akinwande, but Tony much busier in this, the 7th round. Bellions, round 7, a better round for Tony Tucker that time, just based on the fact that he was busier than Akinwande, but perhaps the best punch of the round was landed by Akinwande in the closing seconds there.
Get your arms down.
If you press yourself.
This is the scene at the Philadelphia Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We'll show you a little shot of that uppercut that came in the closing seconds of the round. There it is right there. It bounces the head back, and then Akinwande immediately hangs on. One of the few clean punches landed in the fight. Tony feints and bang, there it is. And you see the head just come back a little bit. That's conditioning. That's the strength in the neck of Tony Tucker. For a normal man, the head would have been flying or the knees would have been buckling, one of the two. All right, we're coming up to round number 8. This is a scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight. The winner of this one could get a world title shot, but certainly will move up in the rankings. Don't forget, Tony Tucker's ranked 3rd in the WBC and the WBA. Henry Akinwande's 5th in the WBC and 4th in the IBF. So both of these are top 5 ranked heavyweights in the world. All right, Bob Sheridan here at the Philadelphia Spectrum. You're watching King Vision. Tony Tucker, former IBF champ in the white trunks, trying to generate something from way down deep with great champions of the past. Have always got that little bit of extra spare tank. And now Tony's up on his toes and trying to show that he's got some movement. And he's got to do something to take the play away from Henry Akinwande. Fairly successful in the 7th round. I thought Tony was much busier, but instead it's the left jab that bounces off the nose of Tony Tucker to keep him up. Again, the hands of Akinwande look to be quicker at this stage of the fight than do those of Tony Tucker. Tucker fading a lot, moving his hands around, carrying the left a little bit low. He digs to the body, but Akinwande's not there. Tony goes fishing with the right hand, and Akinwande's out again. Akinwande connects with the left hand, bounces it off the chin that time. Those two miss. That one didn't miss. It caught him on the right cheek. Tony short with his jabs. Akinwande connecting with his. Either fighter has him down. Nobody really shaking. Right hand there catches the right eye of Tony Tucker. Tony wants it so bad, and Henry Akinwande is a very competitive guy himself and doesn't want him to take it away from him. Akinwande walks into a left hook, and it didn't hurt him too much. His eyes didn't even blink. He just backed off. He feints with the right hand, and Tony tries to catch up with him with the left hook, but it's a bit short. Right hand caught in the left forearm by Akinwande. Akinwande ducks underneath two hitting pat punches by Tony and then hangs on. Referee John Carroll does his job. Right hand to throw, 2 right hands on the left hand, and Akinwande has to hang on. Shots like that, and Tony can turn this thing around. I've got Tucker unofficially behind by 1 point in the fight to this point, but Tony seems to have got a shot of adrenaline somehow or other, and is getting very busy here. The 36-year-older is really on the hunt now against Henry Akinwande. Akinwande not anywhere near as busy in this 8th round as he has been, but he's still been effective with that left jab in the face of Tony Tucker. Tony seems to want it more at this stage, and as I say that, Henry turns on the right hand upstairs. Nice left jab, catches Tony on the jaw. Tony seems almost willing to take a shot to unleash a good right hand. The jaw hanging down of Tony Tucker. Tucker. There's fatigue factor in there. Akinwande has a nice ability to throw the left hand and twist his trunk to avoid the right hand counter by Tony Tucker. Closing seconds of the 8th round. This is a difficult round to score. Both men have done different things exceptionally well during the course of this round. All right, the bell ends round 8. I'm going to score that one even. It's too close to call for me anyway. Let the judges make it official when it goes to the scorecards the way it appears to be going. For my money, I'll give it an even round.
Take some deep breaths, yeah. You're giving this guy confidence, man, because you're waiting for him. He can't do nothing until you don't do nothing, and then he can do more wrong. He can.
Akinwande's corner.
You know what I'm saying?
Deep
You
breath.
just
Come
wait
on,
in front
get
of
it.
him.
Breathe it in.
He can
Suck
fit
it up.
what he's gonna do.
Pass out throwing punches. They say you can pass and not doing that damn thing. You got to continue to throw punches. The way you did, you picked the round up good. You got to pick the round up even more this round. You got to pick up this 9th round, man. This 9th round. You got to go out here. You got to put him together. You got to take him out of there, man. Put the punches together. You got to be a very impressive round, man. You got to be impressive. You got to keep throwing and throwing.
Greg Page continues to work as an inspirational corner man as Malcolm Garrett works on him. And Jimmy Adams kind of just there for moral support. This is round number 9. It's scheduled for 10. Two big heavyweights that have been working hard for you all night. Tony Tucker had a little bit of a shot of adrenaline there in the 7th and 8th round. Let's see if he can continue here in the 9th. I thought both guys did things exceedingly well in the 8th round, but kind of seesawed back and forth. Tony connected inside that time. Been the jab of Akinwande that's been effective, and the aggressiveness of Tony Tucker that's been effective during the course of this fight. Tony goes downstairs, then back upstairs. Akinwande tries this time not to hang on, and now he does hang on. But he tried to throw some punches and really mix it up with Tony. You get the idea that Akinwande feels he doesn't have to mix it up with Tony, and it might be a real smart move. Caught him with a pretty good right hand that time that spun the head of Tony Tucker. Tony holds his arms up, letting Akinwande know that right hand didn't hurt me. Believe me, folks, it hurt him more than he wanted Akinwande to know. That one caught him pretty good. Puffiness around both eyes of Tony Tucker. Akinwande's eyes are totally clear. His face looks, well, it doesn't look like he's been in 8 tough rounds and into the 9th round of a prize fight.
Let him go. Come on, point out yourself.
Ties Tony up again. And while Akinwande has continued to back off during the course of the fight, you get the idea that he's dictating the flow of the fight. He's making Tony come to him, and then he'll counter him when he comes in. Sometimes he gets off first, like he did that time. Tony comes in, his hands are low. He ties him up again, and then he'll back out, get himself in position, and then throw the jab again. Watch this. Now he'll come forward, plant his feet, as Tony will come in, and he'll try and nail him with that jab. Then Tony comes upstairs, and that time it doesn't happen the way it's been happening throughout the course of the fight. There it is right there. And that's the way the fight's been going. Now you've got a situation as we're coming up to the closing portion of the fight here. How do the judges see it? You know, they score an effective aggressiveness.
Come on, let him go. Let him go.
And Tony has been aggressive. Some of it hasn't been effective. Akinwande has been a counterpuncher throughout, and his aggressiveness when he's shown it has been very effective. And he has dictated the course of the fight, in spite of the fact that Tony's forced it. Akinwande, when he wants to, will plant the feet and go. That's the way he wants it. He doesn't really want to mix it up with a big, strong guy like Tony Tucker. And that's why he hangs on every time that Tucker comes in like this.
No punching.
They want, of course, you heard the corner of Tony Tucker saying, we're going to fight this guy inside. And Akinwande wants to fight him right here, right where he is, right here. When Tony comes inside, he'll hit him with the jab and then hang on. Doesn't make for a real crowd-pleasing fight, but it makes for winning boxing. Again, he walks into an uppercut, and the bell ends that. That was another pretty good round for Akinwande.
Sit down, man. Let's go. Come on, drink. One right to go. Stiffen up the jab.
Big right hand.
You know what I'm saying? Stiffen up the right hand. One more right to go. Yeah? When you huh?
Never mind. Henry. Touch him clean.
Boom, boom. When he's trying to rush in, you're winning the fight. But you can't leave nothing a chance.
Don't worry about how it is. Just get out here and fight this last round.
You were right hand for the stopper, man. He's up.
All right, watch the right hand of Henry Akinwande here as we show you the replay. Bang, that one spun the head of Tony, and it was right after that that Tony hung on and then went outside, held his arms out. All right, we're coming up to round 10. There's Greg Cage giving the final instructions for what very well could be the last 3 minutes of Tony Tucker's career if he doesn't get this decision. All right, here we go. Tony doesn't want it to end here on the Philadelphia Spectrum. He wants the thing to continue. Bob Sheridan here on King Vision. Tony Tucker and White, former IBF champ. He better let it all fly because the fight is close at this stage. I've got Akinwande slightly out in front, but a big finish for Tony could give him the fight. And Akinwande caught him with a nice right hand that spun that head of Tony Tucker. Flipped him again in that high cheekbone there. A nice left hand by Akinwande. Akinwande is showing me some class here now in this closing round. It seems like he's not going to mind mixing it up a little bit more here with Tony in the final round. And maybe his corner said, hey, Henry, this thing, you never know in the scoring. Don't leave it to the judges. Take it away from him right here. And he pounds that left hand in the face of Tony Tucker. Tony has to hang on that time a little bit more than he has at any portion of the fight. Nobody down, nobody shaken. The heavier punches have been landed by Akinwande. It's been a close fight. The left jab of Akinwande that you see there has been effective throughout. Tony's landed it a couple of times. He's been coming forward throughout the fight. Akinwande settled for countering. Every once in a while he'll plant the feet and go with right or left hand leads. He's been very effective with the jab. Tony's eyes are clear. Both guys want this bad. Both guys are fatigued. We're in the 10th round of the scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight. And again, when Tony gets inside where he wants to fight this fight, Akinwande hangs on. Akinwande has done a real good job of listening to the instruction of his corner in that he hasn't mixed it up inside, hasn't wanted to. This is where he wants to fight Tony, and this is where he's chosen to fight Tony, and this is where he's been able to execute the fight, is out here. Looping right hand, catches Tony high on the forehead. It's not real effective, but it is in the judge's eyes. Misses with the left, Tony wild with the right hand that time. Tony's jaw hanging down as he puts his head down, coming forward. Again, you could be seeing the end of the career of a great former champion, Tony Tucker. And I say great anytime I put the word champion with it, because only the great ones become champions. Right hand creases the jaw of Tony Tucker. Tony with a champion's heart continues to come forward. Akinwande, maybe the change of command. Flips him with the left hand, another light left misses that time. Tony looks awkward missing those punches as he continues to plot forward. Akinwande able to tie him up again. Those big long arms. Akinwande 6'7", Tony 6'5". Both men in over 230 pounds. Then big heavyweights. Tony on the chase. Cut with the shoulder there. You see the closing seconds of the fight coming up inside and 21 seconds to go in the fight now. And it's been a close fight. A lot of rounds difficult to score. Akinwande slightly out in front. A lot of aggressiveness in this round by Tony, but the effective aggressiveness has been by Henry Akinwande. So it's an interesting fight, and it's been an interesting battle throughout. The fight is over. Good, hard-fought heavyweight fight. I've got Henry Akinwande 97 and Tony Tucker with 94 points. So we'll see how the judges score this fight. 97-94 in favor of Akinwande, but that's my scoring. The judges will give the official scoring. A good, hard-fought battle throughout. Tucker looked good in the opening round. Akinwande took it right back away from the second. Tony showed some heart coming back in the third. And Akinwande had a string of like 3 rounds where he was much more effective. Tony got a second win in the 7th round. I thought the 8th round was just too close to score. And I thought that Henry probably grabbed the last couple of rounds of the fight to steal this fight by a couple of 3 points away from Tony Tucker. Hard-fought battle for Tony Tucker and a nice effort by Henry Akinwande in this big step up in class for this man from Dulwich, England, the area of London. And Jimmy Lennon is getting the scorecards together, and as soon as he has the scores, we will make it official. We'll have the official announcement. Akinwande. Sterling also works with Axel Schultz, the new IBF heavyweight champion of the world in the managerial capacity. And Jimmy seems to have the scorecards tabulated, and as soon as the American network that is broadcasting this fight, the Fox network in the United States, is set to go, we on the international side will be set to go, and we'll have this thing official for you. Again, unofficially, I've got an Akinwande 97, Tucker 94. So we'll see if the judges see it the same way, or if we'll have a bit of controversy in the scoring on this fight. We're at the Philadelphia Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as we show you this replay on the closing bit of action.
Because the guy said it was wrong on the schematic.
And the action continues as forward comes Tony. Akinwande pounding him with that left jab as he did throughout the course of the fight.
Fellas, just so you know.
So we're set to go, and let's go up to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., who is standing by right now, and here's Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Al Dorsey, scores the bout 98 to 92. Jackie Castellani and Robert Grasso both score the bout the same at 97 to 93. All three in favor of the winner. And still undefeated, Henry Akinwande.
He won, no shit. Told you he won. Told you.
Good? You all right?
No, it's cool. Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, match of recognition for a prime trial here tonight for the former world champion, Tony T.